All right. Welcome everybody to Sports and Stuff. These are your co-hosts Will, Vince, and Ryan. Producer Eric is somewhere. We have no idea. If you see him, please let us know because we need him. Um, so yeah, this is just our regular weekly kind of stuff, kind of um, loose podcast here. We're going to drop this on Monday, so hopefully this is a nice start to your week. Make sure to like, follow, share, subscribe wherever you can. Please help us out. We're having a lot of fun bringing these episodes to you guys, and I hope you guys have had fun. Kind of getting to know us and kind of hearing a lot about March Madness. But with March Madness wrapping up, we are going to start talking about some different sports, some different stuff. I think the sports that the boys are most excited to talk with you about is, of course, the NFL year round. Can't get enough fucking football, man. We're going to be covering the draft here pretty soon, and especially for you Baltimore fans, what the Ravens will wind up doing is going to be, interesting to us all. About the NBA, NHL, their playoffs are coming up. Yeah, those are exciting. Can't miss appointment television when everything's good. The NHL is especially kind of like a sneaky playoff watch. So we're excited to bring you that as well, along with other stuff, the sporadic golf, NASCAR shorts, maybe even sneak into the main pod as well. You never know. So please, you got to watch, you got to share and subscribe.
Yeah, man. NHL has a few games left, probably in the 20s or so. Looking forward to gearing up for the playoffs, playoff hockey. If you ever get a chance to go in person to see a hockey game, I would highly recommend it. Our producer Eric just recently sat probably 3 or 4 rows back from the rink. He said it was an amazing time, even though he had no idea what was going on.
And we haven't seen him since.
Yeah, he might have accidentally got a puck to the face or something. I don't know.
He definitely big timed us. I mean, those seats were so good, like 4 rows back or whatever.
Yeah, and he had no context. He just goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm at this hockey game." Like we had no idea that he was even like out of his house. So, but yeah, no, NHL is always fun. I'm a Caps fan. I'm assuming you guys like the hometown team, the Caps. And right now they're about a few games out of the wild card. Right now they have like 73 points. The second wild card is like 78 points. So, yeah, this is not a normal place to be as a Caps fan. We've been spoiled. Actually, Will, Eric, and I don't remember, Ryan, if you were there or not, when back in 2018. Oh, Jenny was there. We all went to this. Where did we go?
Sonoma's.
I almost said Second Chance Saloon, but yeah, Sonoma's. Watch the Capitals win their first ever Stanley Cup final. Ovechkin hoisting the trophy. That was a special moment. I'd love for him to get another one in his Hall of Fame career, and also maybe one day pass Wayne Gretzky for the all-time leading goal scorer in NHL history. So that would be pretty fun to watch.
You never know. I mean, that guy could definitely play forever. I feel like. I mean,
yeah,
he was really physical back in, like 10 years ago or so when they were playing Pittsburgh every year in the playoffs. So we'll see how that affects his career or whatnot. But
yeah,
I really hope he gets there. He's been so much fun to watch, and we've definitely been so spoiled.
Him and Nick Backstrom they both came out of the same draft class, and they've been on the same team. Yeah, those guys have been at it forever. And then you have Kuznetsov, TJ Oshie. Right now we are actually, wow, I'm looking at the standings now. So the Islanders and Pittsburgh are the two wildcard teams at 80 and 78 points. Washington's at 73 in the 4th spot. So they have some chance to take up ground here. Right now they lost 2 in a row. But yeah, we'll see. We know Boston's best team in the NHL. They have 111 points, which is far and above better than everybody else. So, freaking Boston. That whole sports town so spoiled. Ridiculous. Please. Tired of them.
Yeah,
Mac Jones. What a joke. What a joke that guy is. He's terrible. Draft. Maybe they'll draft a quarterback again.
you never know.
I mean, honestly, I don't know why he has any room to scream at coaches. The guy throws picks like every other play. Horribly inaccurate passes. And he's a health risk because he can't move. He just stands there in the pocket. He's Tom Brady, but a very, very, very poor man's version of Tom Brady. And everyone thought that Mac Jones was going to be the next Tom Brady when he fell to them in the draft. So that's a good segue into the draft. We're excited about that. We never know what the Ravens are going to do. Are they going to try to trade up to get Anthony Richardson out of Florida if Lamar Jackson can't get signed?
I don't know. I mean, Lamar, he said he has an announcement or an interview coming out, I think, on his Instagram. If you guys want to check that out, he said it would be dropping soon.
Really? That's breaking news to me. I did not know that.
Oh, really? Yeah. he didn't say a date yet, not to my knowledge.
I'm a terrible Ravens fan. How could I not know this?
Come on, Vince. Jeez. You don't just have alerts for Lamar Jackson. And
I have alerts when my daughter has to get up in the middle of the night to change her diaper so my wife can then go feed her. That's my alert.
I mean, that's more important than Lamar Jackson.
It's close.
Big fan.
It's close. Ryan, what do you think? You've been telling us a lot behind the scenes about Lamar and your thoughts here. So why don't you let the audience in on the old train of thought there?
I just don't think Lamar is going to get that much money. I don't think he's going to get what he's looking for. I think he's going to get an absurd amount of money that he should take immediately. But not playing most of last season, that's not good. I feel like a lot of other teams are probably interested in him, but I just don't see them offering that kind of money, especially not seeing him play. So, I just feel like, I think he's a really good quarterback, but just that much time off, you can't give him that much money for that. Yeah. I don't know. I know everyone's going to hate me in Baltimore.
No. I feel like it's pretty split down the middle how they feel about it. I just think he has the body of work to be able to, I guess, ask for a certain amount of money. Everybody, the one unanimous thing that everyone agrees on is that, he should have had an agent because him and his mom is dragging things out. It's frustrating the fan base. He toys with the fan base emotions from time to time by liking tweets just to mess with people because he knows he has all the power and everyone's looking at him. Yeah, he's trolling everybody. But I honestly wish, as somebody who has a huge influence on not just the organization but the city, because he's had a really good relationship with Baltimore. He does a lot of different things in the community. He randomly showed up to Morgan State one time. It was on their campus and showed up at a Chick-fil-A, pretended to work there or something like that. And he loves the city. I mean, everyone in the organization, Jeff Zrebeck, Bobby Trossett, Sarah Ellison, they've all said the same thing. They've heard that he wants to be here. Eric DaCosta really wants him to be here. Eric DaCosta is a pretty transparent GM, more transparent than most general managers, especially in his end-of-year press conference and then the follow-up press conference at the Combine, him and John Harbaugh. But I believe DaCosta a little bit more than Harbaugh because Harbaugh is kind of the definition of guy who spouts out coach speak and cliches because that's what head coaches tend to do. It annoys the living hell out of me, I'm not going to lie, because they don't say anything.
It's so frustrating because it's just diarrhea at the mouth.
Yeah, it's okay, honestly, I know they have contractual obligation to go up there and say something, but there's no point if you're just going to give us fluff. If you're not going to answer any of the questions straight up, it's just you're wasting everybody's time. And Harbaugh's typically positive. He's Lamar's my quarterback. We're planning the offense around him. Todd Monken's here knowing that he's going to plan around Lamar and all this stuff. But really, that's out of his hands. He's even admitted that. So Eric DaCosta and Steve Bisciotti want to get this done. I mean, the reports, what we have to understand, like the difference between total guaranteed and fully guaranteed, I think everything in that conversation's been conflated. Because total guaranteed basically is there's a certain amount of fully guaranteed money up front, and then when you hit certain milestones and incentives in your contract as they go up,
Right.
then you get the rest of that guaranteed money. So it's guaranteed, but you're not getting it all up front. Fully guaranteed simply means you're getting everything all up front, all at once. And the problem with Lamar asking for over $200 million fully guaranteed, no owner in their right mind has it in the best interest for their organization, for them personally, to shell out of escrow or out of all their assets to then liquidate them into cash to then put that money into his account, because
Yeah.
that's going to be terrible for them and no one wants to do that. So he has to understand that, like, he's worth it. Bisciotti's digging his heels in. I'm going to non-exclusive franchise tag you versus the exclusive, which means non-exclusive other teams can make offers to him, versus
Yeah.
exclusive, if they were to exclusively franchise tag him, they'd be paying him $13 million more at $45 million a year, but they would have all the control. So I initially thought the exclusive tag would have been the better option because the Ravens would have the control in this situation. However, now I'm seeing how it's playing out. I know that Steve Bisciotti isn't stupid, and that's a first-class organization, top down. He's like, all right, let me give him $32 million for the non-exclusive, see what other teams are willing to, maybe offer him.
Yeah.
And as you can see, the Raiders, the Commanders, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Jets have all come out and said, we're not interested in pursuing Lamar. Those are the
Right.
top 5 teams that were going to be interested in pursuing him.
Honestly, I think that's because they didn't want to do the negotiations for the Ravens. Like, they didn't want to set a market value for Lamar, knowing that the Ravens were gonna basically re-sign him no matter what. I mean,
Yeah.
losing Lamar is not worth two first-round draft picks. I mean, that's a lot of capital, but he's simply just like an MVP. He's a unanimous MVP. You can't replace him with 2 draft picks.
Yeah, and plus they knew, to your point, Will, that the Ravens would match whatever offer they were going to put on the table. They were just going to match it. So the Ravens actually, in the long run, even though it was non-exclusive, they took the smart play by paying him $13 million less and still being able to feel out the market overall and the climate of the different teams. Because you got to think about this. Lamar is the domino that has to fall. Because everything up until this point, even with Todd Monken coming in from Georgia, winning back-to-back national championships with Georgia, if you don't have Lamar, how are you going to sign free agent wide receivers, or how are you going to get people interested in coming to play for an offense that has been the focal point of it needs improvement? Because it's more than just the design. You also need the personnel. Devin Duvernay is a great return specialist. He's a great gadget play running back / receiver. However, if he was a better fully receiver, like, he'd be open more and Lamar would be getting him the ball more. Rashad Bateman has not proven himself to be a fully experienced or capable number 1 receiver yet, because he hasn't been available to do so. And to Ryan's point, yes, I think it would be in Lamar's best interest at this point, in good faith, to not scorn the fan base, to not be so selfish as to think about money just for yourself. Because in an ideal world, what I would love to see him do is get the money that he deserves, stay in Baltimore, and help a city that is in dire need of help. Like, I love the city a lot, but there's so much political corruption and crime. I mean, you look at The Wire, film 22 years ago, talking about the problems in these different institutions, and now we're 20 plus years later and it's only gotten worse.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah. So, like, I would love for Lamar, who loves the city, we all know that, for him to get signed and to use the money in a selfless way to give back to the community that he's already invested in to begin with. Whether it be infrastructure, whether it be replacing rundown homes, whether it be putting some money into the school system, revamping the police department. I don't know what it is, Obviously, if I did, I'd be trying to do something, right? But I've been here. Baltimore is our hometown. We all are loyal and love the city, love the suburbs. But we love it, and because we love it, we're not afraid to call out a lot of the issues that are going on. So I just think Lamar, being as special of a player and as a person, I really hope he stays. That's where I was going with it. It's more than just football for me. So.
I mean, I think you're absolutely right. Lamar has definitely shown that he's more than willing to, host charitable events and go above and beyond for the community. I mean, I definitely think he can be a future like Walter Payton Player of the Year award or
Man of the Year. Yeah.
He can definitely win that award one day just because he's going to have all this money at the end of his career. He can basically just give it all away to charity. And I think he's definitely shown that he's the kind of guy who would do that. I think he would just, no doubt about it, try to help kids in need. So I think that is definitely someone who needs to stick around the Baltimore community.
Yeah. If you have a player like Ray Lewis has tried to help, Cal Ripken, I mean, Lamar is that kind of caliber of, if he stays in Baltimore and he plays the way he's been playing, he's going to have that impact in the city.
Oh, yeah.
Like long term.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. We've gotten pretty serious and heavy on this topic, but I think we all in agreement that I don't think any person, even Deshaun Watson, which was an anomaly, I think we're all starting to realize that anomalous $230 million guaranteed, fully guaranteed or whatever. I don't think Lamar's going to get that, but I think Ravens and Lamar are going to work something out. I really do think that they both want it to work out. The NFLPA needs to kind of step out of the way and let Lamar and his mom really figure this thing out. All right. Thanks again so much for watching Sports and Stuff. Feel free to like and subscribe to our channels on YouTube. We have Apple and Spotify podcasts. We just launched those recently, so check us out there. We have Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe to it and follow on YouTube and Patreon. Please donate to our channel so we can grow this podcast. We want to grow our subscribers and our following. We really enjoy each other's company. We want to bring that friendship to you all. And we have all these different sports and other different current events or random things to talk about and just share some laughs with you all. We have a bunch of fun doing this. So thank you so much and have a good rest of your day. Peace.